What's going on, everyone? Timothy, Time and Refinement. Got Jesse here again. I really wanted to shed light today on the endless options that we have regarding relationships and dating and along those lines. I mentioned variety the other day, and Jesse was kind enough to correct me because variety does not necessarily mean a lot of different things. It's just perhaps a certain kind of thing from a culture. So I struggle sometimes, me personally, because we don't have the small town like commitment feel like we did even 20 years ago. You know, we have so many options of people we can talk to now, and human nature just gravitates towards, well, if I'm this close to finding somebody, then perhaps the other person is just right on the other side. And it's just an unhealthy way to do it. I mean, this goes for men and women both. We can discuss the statistics on dating apps and social media and stuff like that for another time, but for right now I want to keep it a little more vague. Probably the most basic example that I really like is the t-shirt example. When you could go into a store and get a red t-shirt, a white t-shirt, a black t-shirt, or a gray t-shirt. And it was pretty simple. Like, oh, I want this color. And now we have 37 million different companies selling 68 different colors of shirts between crew necks and V-necks and long sleeves and all of these things. And so now we struggle, in our anxiety, we struggle with trying to find just one thing. So therefore we buy more than what we need, and we might not even enjoy the product because we felt that we might have missed something, like, oh, maybe I didn't get the right color, or oh, maybe I got the wrong size, or maybe I should have gotten that other shirt instead from that other different company. So obviously this is a basic example of having options that we probably don't necessarily need, but it just goes to show that, you know, we've taken the humanity aspect out of settling down with somebody because we think that, you know, we're going to have another option right on the other side. So I don't know. I mean,
I think there's something to be said for having too many options, taking away something that's inherent about the human condition, which is love, loyalty, trust, relationships, things that are simple. And when you get away from something that's simple, when you have companies that are offering you thousands of choices, and sometimes these companies are duplicated and they're offering the same thing across companies with just a different logo, so you feel like you're missing out on one when you're really just getting the same exact thing, but you're saying something different about it with the logo. You have a different thing about your personality that you're displaying to people, when it's really just the same thing, just repackaged. And this is a problem across many different things, across food, style, even like furniture. I notice is there's so many options for furniture and how you can design a place, when again it's getting away from this core thing about the human condition, which is just having a relationship, just sitting down and talking with someone. It's taking away our simplicity, it's taking away our humanity, and it's a problem because it's not allowing us to express ourselves in the way we should be. We have our minds focused on the wrong things again, and I talked about this last video, is everything that is given to us is diverting our attention from what's truly important, which is arguably love and relationships. So
yeah, and the other thing I wanted to tack onto that is, even if we do get something and we might play with it for a little while or enjoy it or have it, our brain immediately goes to, well, I'm getting bored of this, so maybe I should just go get that other thing instead because my dopamine got maxed out and I want to go try this other thing instead. Whether that is a piece of clothing, furniture, a toy, a girl or a guy, relationship. We just, anytime something small comes up that we don't necessarily like or are uncomfortable with, then we're like, well, you know what, I can just go and get something else and just start over and not really have to worry about this minor inconsistency that I'm dealing with. So that's another issue that I've seen in our culture, specifically dating. There is no like loyalty. Infidelity is just through the roof now. Everybody just gets bored of everybody because we see that we have a better option on the other side, and that's not good. I mean, we just keep chasing the wrong thing, as Jesse says, and we can't seem to focus on one thing. And even, I've struggled with this, even in the business that we've owned for the past few years. I have had so many different ideas and so many different things that I've wanted to try within the confines of operating this business that I'm like, I have to just stick with one thing. I have to just stay consistent with it, because the old proverb, is cringe as it sounds, if you chase two rabbits, you're not gonna catch any of them. So if you have all of these different ideas and different thought patterns and different things in your mind that you want to chase and do, we're just going to be unhappy. And I've seen that in my own personal life. So I just, having the business for me has helped me learn to stick with one thing, even if it is uncomfortable, and just to kind of build that from there. I mean, Jesse's done music. He's done a couple different things, and he stayed consistent, even though that's might be the last thing that he's wanted to do. The business for me has been the last thing that I've wanted to do too, but I think it makes us stronger in the mind to stick with one thing instead of diverting our attention to so many other options that we may or may not have. So
I also just had this thought about digital versus physical media, and how when you own a physical thing, it feels more special. It's tangible. You get to touch it and feel it. And this actually is related to both video games and relationships. I don't want to spend too much time on video games, but I've noticed how when you have a digital video game, you can kind of just play it, you can throw it aside, you can uninstall it if you don't like it, find a new one that you like. But if you have a physical video game, you have the evidence of that thing which is special to you. And this also relates to relationships in the way that when you're on a screen and you're texting someone or you're interacting through a screen, it's just not real, and you feel like it's less special, even if you don't inherently believe that. Your brain perceives it that way because having that physical relationship is tangible. It's something that's real. You can touch, you can feel it, and all this. And all of this is removing the special thing about having a thing that's real. And there's a lot of arguments about what is real now, and AI is really gonna push the boundaries of that. So I think that could be interesting in the coming years.
Yeah, it's a paradox and irony too. Having all these different options and things that we have, DoorDash coming to our front door, bringing us food, hopping on your screen and getting your whack off, making money over the screen, all these different things, and yet we're still seem to be unhappier than we've ever been, and also unfulfilled. That's the other word that I was looking for. So the paradox and the irony is having all of these extra things and these quote-unquote conveniences and comforts hasn't necessarily made us happier or more fulfilled in our lives and in our interpersonal relationships as well. So something interesting to think about, again, I've looked at all this in my own personal life and seen that these things have taken over my life for sure. And they continue to push me into these thought patterns as well, to be like, man, maybe I should just sit back and relax and not, worry too much about this. So anyway, more of a vague, some vague talking points about the dating scene and the culture and the society that we're in. But I'd really like to pick a topic one of these days and really kind of delve a little bit deeper into it one of these episodes. But for now, it's just more of like a vague, surface level type of thing. So anyway, Jess, appreciate you coming back on. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you for all the tune in. do me a favor and hit that like button and that subscribe button. I know YouTubers all say this all the time, but it really helps the algorithm for me to kind of push these videos a little bit farther. So I'm going to keep making them as long as you guys keep watching. So looking forward to the next video, next episode, and I'll catch you guys next time. Appreciate it. Cheers.